Greenlands, and we have some kit to sell because we really don't need it. So I'm going to get rid of one of the Cavernan cultivators and the windrower. 36 grand in kit that was basically just sitting in the yard, not being used. And now we got to sell half of the lambs, half of each of the sheep that are in these two open pens, so that there is space for lambs. So up to the animal dealer we go. See how much we're going to get for these. I did think about putting in more storage space, but decided in the end we'll just start selling some of the excess, otherwise we will be overrun with sheep. So about 14 grand for that, so pretty happy with that sale. That just slept through the night, made about 150,000 from the BGA, and need to empty out the fertilizer production because that's full and it's holding up the flow of digestate into fertilizer. So I'm going to fill up the hopper thing. We're going to be using that in a bit anyway, so just get it out of the rain. And we're going to go and get the cows fed. Everything else is okay for feed, so we're just going to do a mix quickly with the farcing. I'm still planning to upgrade this to something bigger and trailed in the future, but about 50% of silage, a bit of mineral feed, and then fill the rest up with hay, and we are good. It's been quite nice using the trailed feeder, but capacity is going to become an issue at some point. So yeah, we will be looking to get a bigger trailed one. I think there's a 40,000 litre one, the big Silo King. So yeah, we'll be looking to upgrade to that at some point. And we're going to get some straw blown, and we're going to stick the little Massey 5S on the straw blower. I think it could actually just stay on there mostly. Occasionally gets used for field scanning, but otherwise not really used very much, so may as well live on the straw blower. And obviously we use the other Massey, the 3709, as our loader tractor for handling bales. So that little pairing works quite well, I think. Chuck a couple of bales of straw in to bed the cows down, and then we are going to get on to doing some work over in the megafield plot. Someone did ask how big the megafield was, and I can't remember where they asked, so I might as well say here it's actually 78 acres. I don't know how that compares to a big field in the real world, but yeah, it's something that I noticed. It looked like we could scan the headland area that we cut, and if you look, it's not actually meadow grass. It looks like the map maker painted down proper grass, so we are indeed scanning it. Means we can lime it and fertilize it. So I think I'd said previously I'm not going to mow this, but actually I am going to mow it again, but I'm going to wait until the megafield has grown in. We'll do it all in one hit, but we are going to get this all scanned, limed and fertilized today, because we may as well take advantage of the fact this is stuff that we can improve. Yeah, is it, yeah, saying it needs plowing as well. I'm not going to plow it in. I'm still pondering putting more trees in, but we may do it in a more organized fashion. So I might wait. I don't know how long they take to grow in 22. I might wait until the ones we've planted are grown enough that we can cut them, and then plant some nice neat rows of trees we can then work around with a mower and a baler. Decent quality soil here as well, so I am going to get this finished because it's going to take quite a while. It's quite a big awkward shaped area to get scanned, so job done. Now I'm going to take the T6 down with the lime spreader and the Fence 700 down with the fert spreader, and we're going to get that limed and fertilized because both are pretty awful. And then while we're down there, we're going to do the megafield. So the megafield doesn't really need liming, but it does need fertilizing, so we're going to get those done as well. And then we're going to move on to the grass field, because all of the grass fields need fertilizing as well. We have a lot of solid fertilizer, so we're going to use that to get the job done. It'll make it a bit quicker. So just hooking up the fert spreader to the, I don't know what to call this, kind of a railed hopper, I think. Had some ID10T issues getting it connected, but we did get that in the end. I'm just going to finish topping it off so we've got as much fertilizer as possible going over. So follow me for the fert spreader. Both set on 80 meter width. The fert spreader seems to throw a little bit further, but yeah, we're not short of fertilizer, so I'm not worried about any overspread there. And you're just gonna have to drive around this random shaped bit of land with the fence following me, and we're gonna get all of this limed and fertilized. But forgotten the name of it. This is the farm manager mod dropped yesterday for me. Initially I looked at it and I thought it's kind of cool, but maybe not. But actually I think it looks quite interesting because if only because it lets you teleport to implements, and I am forever losing things on farm. I'm gonna have a look at that. I think might be useful to add in just to make life a bit easier, because you know, a test that occasionally it can be a while between times when I do things on these different saves, so being able to jump do things is really quite useful. So that bit of land is done. I couldn't get course play to generate a course on here for some reason, so I'm going to use a base game worker. Even fixing that weird offset didn't help. Not sure why it wouldn't pick it up, so I'm going to stick this on a worker. The field doesn't particularly need liming, but we have a nearly full lime spreader over here, so that may as well do that while I do the fert spreading. So yeah, you can see we're quite low on nitrogen in this field, so I'm going to run over it with the solid fert spreader. It shouldn't take too long. This means that this grass cover crop is going to give us as much yield as possible to keep paying off that loan. So I've mentioned it in a few videos. I've mentioned it on Discord. I've mentioned it on the community page. The update to the modular BGA breaks the generators with any other BGA in the game. So I have not updated the modular BGA on here. I am going to keep with the old one. I am working on a fix. I am considering how I'm going to do that. There are a number of ways that I could fix it to make it work again with generators. The generators have been nerfed a bit anyway, so they've changed how they work. So there is still one that gives you a double payout for electricity, and then there's a separate one that gives you the 50% for methane. So you're going to have more of them if you do update, but I haven't updated intentionally, and I won't update because I don't see the point. But if you have updated, I am working on a fix. If you have updated and you want to revert back, Google is your friend. I don't normally promote, so just paying off some money from the loan. So we're down to 8.25 million now, and we've just given the Fent a service and a refuel and things. I don't normally promote many of the third-party mod sites, but there are some which do have version 1 of the modular BGA on, so you could go download that if you wanted to. Just saying. But let's get the grass fields fertilized. Not going to take very long with this massive spreader. Hopefully we won't use too much fertilizer, although we do have a lot, as I said. And once I've got all these done, I'm probably going to do another round of selling fertilizer because it's a really good income. But I'm hoping to get this field and field 41 next to us are going to be arable crops next year. I'm hoping I can get one more cut off before we plough the grass in. Might be a light cut, but that's the plan. So I'm hoping that in October we'll get third cut off of these fields, and then I'll plough them in and replant them. And that's why I appear to have so many grass fields at the moment, because these were arable fields and they are going to stay as grass fields. This field is grass at the moment. It is going to go to an arable crop next year. It'll be this year. Can't remember what's going in here. On my post-it note that I keep of what I'm doing on the various farms. So yeah, that's why there's a lot of grass on the farm at the moment. I'm hoping it's going to give us a really big whack off of the loan. I'm still pondering more tractors. At the moment, I haven't needed them in this phase of things because I'm doing fairly light field work. But when we get into the heavier field work, we might then look at some upgrades or some swaps. I did like the suggestion of an 8R. That is quite tempting to go with the 8RX that we have at the moment. Yeah, maybe if one of those crops up in the sale, we might try and pick up an 8R. I do like the John Deeres. Although I have a 6R I'm up on Calmston, which I'm really tempted to buy as well. So that's in the sales. In fact, there's 2 6Rs in the sales. They're quite a popular tractor. Anyway, we have a couple of bits of grass field to do. I have left a worker running in the mega field with the lime spreader. Just see it on the inspector in the bottom corner there. We just have this field and the poplar field. I doubt we're going to get to harvesting poplars this year, so the only harvesting we have left to do is the potatoes, which I think are going to be the next video. Maybe if not, we're going to have to wait until October to harvest those. So yeah, that would be a pain. We do have plenty of jobs to get done now. I've been round and had a look at what we actually need to get done. So yeah, I think we're going to be quite busy in the next few videos. Nice single pass job here, and I am going to say thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button, leave me a comment if you aren't already subscribed to the channel, and I will catch you next time. And thank you to the YouTube channel members and the patrons. Got to put it in the edit there now. Do appreciate your support. Cheers, guys. Bye.